Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show, everyone. Here on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV. And also don't forget to go to BTC Fiber YouTube channel and give us some subscriptions and likes. But we need you to subscribe. Subscribe and like. That is important on the YouTube channel. So be sure to do that. And you can literally see every episode of the Albert and Billy Show on the YouTube channel, along with the rest of BTC Fiber's television shows. So be sure to check the YouTube channel out. They're doing some good things on it. I really like it. How are you doing, Papa?
Cold.
It is a little chilly, as you can tell. Papa's.
I believe it's.
You can tell I'm hot-natured though. I'm short sleeve, and you're all bundled up like an Eskimo.
I think it's down in the 30s.
Yeah.
Maybe 38, 39.
Mm-hmm.
But however, it's not snowing yet.
No, is it supposed to?
Sunday or Monday. Monday.
It snowed this past Sunday, didn't it? It was pretty.
Yeah.
I can handle it like that now.
I went up to see Faye.
In Crossville, I'm sure they had a bunch.
It was a winter wonderland.
Yeah. And it was on both mountains here. And it don't bother me at all when it's like that. It's the ice is when it becomes dangerous. That's for sure.
I don't mind snow. I
don't either. If it snows like it did, the times that it has this year so far, I'm all for that.
But I don't find myself wanting to get out and play with it for some reason. That was when I was 8, not 85.
Right. Well, we got a few announcements. I want to tell you about Mr. Timothy Hahn. He has released a song called In My Heart.
Today.
And it also come out today. That's right. The single and video makes its debut today. That is right. So he has composed and released his first single. He says the song has been a long time in the making, and it spawns 2 generations in a manner of speaking. Inspiration for the song came when he was around 10 years old, and he was at his grandparents' house playing in their basement. He found some old books which contained drawings, paintings, handwritten poetry, and the like. So he asked his grandmother about them. And here is his quote. She told me that when my pa James Mills was in his early 20s, he enjoyed painting and he liked to write things like poetry or songs as a hobby. I told her one day I would take these and compose a song using these ideas. That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
And in this past spring, while studying at the UTC, he took a composition class. For the final project in the class, he was given free rein to pursue whatever he wanted to compose. So, because of his love for Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and many others, I knew immediately I wanted to compose a jazz standard song. Okay, so it's a jazz song. Cool. So Hahn explained, while contemplating ideas, I remembered my pa's papers, which I had read, and got them back down again. As I reread the words, the music just seemed to flow out, and shortly after, I created a recording for the class. And since it received positive feedback, he decided to copyright his composition. Hahn wanted to produce a good quality video and audio recording to use for auditions for graduate school, because as the COVID-19 pandemic continues, many applications rely on video submissions, which that is true. He chose a small local business to help, utilizing Scott McNabb of Music Makers, and Dunlap, of whom he had worked with previously for the audio. So, also for the video, he wanted a unique perspective not afforded by a cell phone or consumer camera, so he contacted Isaiah Knowles, Isaiah, many of y'all familiar with. He has Tennessee Valley Aerials right here in Pikeville. He does great aerial shots. And so the setting for his video includes local shots too. He said his prior relationship stemming from performances at the Palace Theater in Crossville allowed him to use the facility for proportions of the video. He added that Bob and Janice Sapp were kind enough to let him record portions at their home, which that's a beautiful place. It's right on the edge of the Cumberland Plateau overlooking the beautiful Sequatchie Valley. So it's finally coming together, and in January, he released his first short video. After several inquiries, he decided he would try selling his music online and later release a CD. He says, "I am thankful for the support of my family and everyone who has continued to listen to me over the years." The new single being released today will be available on multiple platforms, folks. So here we go. You can get it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and many more. And it will be accompanied by a music video. So,
will it be?
Congratulations. And he is the son of Tim and Jill Hahn, brother of Thomas, and grandson of James and Jane Mills.
Yeah, Jane. I run into her a lot at the grocery store.
And my nose is itching so bad it's driving me crazy.
But will it be available really for you to replay it on the radio?
I don't know yet. If he releases a CD and releases it as a single, yeah, we could do it. We could play it here if he does that. Absolutely, and we'll gladly do so. So, just let me know, Mr. Hahn. Absolutely.
I remember when I was monitored at high school. He was in class then.
Yeah, I've heard him sing. Actually, at a Reagan Day dinner that I emceed.
He could play too.
Yeah, he's real good.
Him playing.
Also, we need to congratulate Jack Smith. He's a homeschool student. He plays soccer for Lettsville County High School, and he has signed a scholarship at Bryan College. So congratulations to Jack Smith, a 6'4" midfielder for the Warriors soccer team. And he says he is excited to begin his career at Bryan College. All my family has gone there. My mom, dad, sister, and grandmother worked there for several years. I really think it's a great school and will provide a great education and a Christ-centered education. So, congratulations to Mr. Jack Smith.
A scholarship there
to
would
Bryan
be
College.
very expensive.
Yes, it would. You are
But, I mean, it wouldn't
you are
be
correct
expensive
about
to
that.
It wouldn't be expensive
If you
to
didn't get the scholarship.
Right.
I definitely see what you're saying there, Papa. And finally, we got some news about some breakfast. I was beginning to wonder. Big country breakfast, folks. It is going to be tomorrow. Okay, it's at the Veterans Hall. It's from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come get you some country ham, biscuits and gravy, sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, tomatoes, coffee, milk, and orange juice to drink for a donation that goes towards the maintenance fund of the Veterans Hall. And this one is sponsored by Putnam Reed Funeral Home in memory of Jim Housley.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a real good thing they're doing there. So,
And I'm glad that those breakfasts that they furnish, the money they make, that's what they give their scholarships with.
yeah, exactly. It's
They
for a
give
very
their
good cause,
scholarships,
everybody.
every year at graduation.
That's right.
And $1,000, I think, maybe, or more.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
some
know.
of them are. Absolutely.
So that's good that they do that.
And as Papa said earlier, remember to pay your property taxes, folks. The deadline's coming up. It's going to be on February the 28th. That's the last day to pay your property taxes. So
Tracy Cagle will take your
She'll take
money
'em.
gladly.
Gladly.
She took mine.
Did she? Well, Papa, I want to wish you a happy birthday. You know, well, I'll write it down here in a minute. You'll have to remind me to do that, Papa, but I got to see. Hang on 1 minute, though. I need to make sure which one. It's either Matt or Leslie's birthday, but I got to make sure which one of them it is. Got to make sure which one of them it is, because they have a joint account on Facebook, and so I got to make sure which one it is. Absolutely, but we'll be sure to wish. We'll wish all these folks a happy birthday when I get it pulled up. Let's see here. Okay. It's Matt. Happy birthday. No, it's Leslie. Let's see here. This is confusing, dadgummit. Let's see who's
You've already said both their names, so it's got to be confusing.
Exactly. It's Matt. Happy birthday, Matt. I thought it was. Happy birthday, Matt. Hope you're having a great birthday today, buddy. And also happy birthday to Jesse Farley, Melissa Lee, Valerie Bryant, Danny Creason, and Jennifer Sullivan Katz. Happy birthday to all you guys. Hope you're having a great birthday today. That's for me and Papa and everyone here. So, happy birthday. And now it is trivia time, everybody.
It should be easy today.
And usually when he says that, it's like it's opposite day or something, because it's usually not.
Some of the heroes that we read about in comic books originated in the late 30s and early 40s. Batman will happen to be one of those.
Absolutely, yeah.
Batman. I got to see the origin of Batman the other night on television.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, Batman had nemesis that were public enemies, and they caused him a lot of trouble. But there was one very colorful foe. Mm-hmm. What was his number one enemy that he fought with?
Well, but he had a few though. Colorful. Now he fought with the Joker probably the most.
The Joker is the colorful one.
But the Riddler is a good one too.
Riddler and the Penguin.
And the Penguin was a good one too. All of his foes are funny now watching, like they've been played by some mighty good actors over the years.
I cannot remember who penned the Batman series in the comic books.
I don't know. But I do know this, that Jack Nicholson played the Joker like perfect in the movies. He did. I
believe that part was written for him.
I think so too. He nailed it. He done a great job as a Joker, and I think Jim Carrey played the Riddler in one of them, and he did a really good job too.
Is the Batman series still relevant? Do they keep on coming along?
Well, I mean, they still, there's been several movies over the years, and the original series is, you can see reruns of it on some stations. Okay,
but like I say, Superman and Batman, these came along in the late, like 39, 38, somewhere around there. Okay. And just one right after another, because people ate up the idea of having a hero, superhero, that had superpowers. Spider-Man.
Look how popular they've all been. They've all been so popular and definitely standed the test of time,
But
the classics.
Those characters, the idea had to Stan Lee.
Yes,
he came up with a lot of those characters.
Oh, did he? Okay.
For Marvel Comics.
Oh, that's right. But
that idea that Superman came from the planet Krypton, and he was allergic to kryptonite, and he could fly faster than a speeding bullet.
Yes.
Those have to come to someone's mind first for it to be put out on paper.
And whoever that person is has a great imagination.
Great imagination. That's what it takes. And listen, some of the people that were able to write stuff that was going to happen in the future. One program, I can't remember what the name of it was right now, but it would forecast like 25 years in the future.
Oh yeah,
we would be flying. But they brought them in, investigated them in Congress. Wanted to know where they came up with these ideas. Why can't I think of that?
I didn't know that.
It's true.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't think of the Biltmore estates the other day. Now think of that.
I know, but you can think of that.
All right. Godzilla's land.
And you said the Biltmore was in, were you trying to say West Virginia somewhere? Virginia. I said no, Papa. It's in
Godzilla's land.
Godzilla's land.
Where is he from?
Oh, is it Japan?
Japan. Now that's good.
Yeah. I hadn't seen those movies in so long.
Blank Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem, Kareem, Kareem.
He had the beautiful sky hook shot.
Didn't he, though?
Yes.
I don't see how you can guard a guy that's 7'1" whenever he gets the ball and then shoots
does
a
that.
hook.
Well, that's why.
How are you going to block it?
Yeah, I guess that's why he was so successful.
You can't.
No.
Question next. Wise old birds.
Oh, gosh.
What kind of birds do you recognize as being wise? The wise old
owl.
Owl.
Oh, that was a total guess, by the way.
You did not know?
Not for sure, no.
I don't know why, but because I guess they're so quiet.
Maybe that's what it is, yeah.
Wise old birds.
Yeah.
Old maids. Don't forgive me. Let me go on. A scientist's lair. Where does a scientist spend his time?
Where does a scientist spend his time? I guess in a lab
in
or
a laboratory.
Okay.
A laboratory,
yeah.
Because he's working on his next invention.
That's
or
true.
He's working on his special.
He's got all these experiments
secret
going.
elixir or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're doing well.
Yeah, so
I
far.
thought these might not be so easy. Martini. And I got this from a lady friend. Martini extra.
Oh, well, I used to, bartend. I know it's an olive.
An olive.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's an olive. Mm-hmm.
You eat the olive?
Yeah. Martinis are strong, and I can't stand the taste of them, but yes, that's what people do. You can also put an onion in a martini, and it's called a Gibson. I remember having to make them.
Really?
Yes. They didn't want. Those
onion.
people didn't want the olives. They wanted an onion.
All right. A baby bear is called a
cub, maybe.
A cub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what a baby fox is?
I don't know.
Kit.
Oh, wow.
K-I-T. Isn't that something?
It's different.
Well, very different. But I was just thinking a cub, and that's probably not the only one in the animal world that's called a cub.
No, a lion is too, isn't it?
Lion cub. Mm-hmm. You're right, Billy. I thought there ought to be more than one.
Yeah.
You know what the cross between a lion and a tiger is called? Whenever a lion and a tiger meets and it's mating time, and they can overcome their enmity
mm-hmm.
and mate. You know what it's?
No.
Do you know what a baby is called?
No.
A tiglion. You're laughing.
It's not a joke.
No.
Lions and tigers, like, mate.
I turned mine off.
I forgot. My bad.
Your friend is going on a cruise around the world.
Oh.
And you've gone down to the dock.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in their suitcase then.
Oh, you're going down to the dock. And you say to them as they're pulling out of the dock, blank voyage.
Bon voyage.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but everybody says it.
You knew what to say, but you don't know what you're saying.
No.
Bon voyage.
Farewell.
Voyage is the trip.
Okay. What does bon
Bon
mean?
is good.
Okay, so good trip.
Have a good trip.
Okay. Well,
Have
that's
a good
nice
trip.
to know.
You learned something today, didn't
I don't know. It seems like I learn something every episode.
But you didn't learn Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You already knew that.
Yeah. I remember him playing with that sky hook now. That was such a unique shot. Wasn't it?
It was.
Very unique.
All right, that's
Is that all the trivia?
That's all the trivia.
Wow.
Now we're ready for
Sports.
Of all sorts.
Yeah.
But I've left out golf and I left out marbles.
Must not have been no golf going on or something.
Yeah, there was.
There was?
But there's so much football and basketball that I want to talk about.
Well, that's true.
Are you going to go ahead and do this before we have a break?
Yes, we'll talk sports and then go to a break before Albertology.
UT's T. Martin wound up as receivers coach at Baltimore.
Wow.
Baltimore Ravens
Go
hired him
T.
as
Martin.
Receivers coach. I would think
Sure, he's not complaining about that.
I'd think he has a good football mind.
I would say so too.
Regardless of where you place him.
Yeah.
On the field.
And he was our last national championship quarterback. So.
Yeah. Remember that? 98, wasn't it?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. A former quarterback of yesteryear from Tennessee by the name of Peyton
Manning, of course.
Manning,
yeah.
This past week was awarded his due place in Pro Football's Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Good.
He deserved it.
He sure did. He's won at least 2 championships.
And at the same time, the fellow that beat him out for the Heisman, he was a defensive back.
Yeah. He's in there too.
He got elected too.
What about that? What about that?
That's something else.
That really is.
First year of eligibility, a lot of them don't make it.
No.
And if you slip and you can't make it on that first, then you got to wait. And then maybe the next time you don't make it again. And some good ball players, not really outstanding, they don't ever make it.
I know.
They don't ever make it.
Yeah.
Basketball.
That's why it's such an honor.
In the SEC last Saturday, Kunzel Martin's Missouri Tigers got their 13th win, and they've only got 3 losses.
Yeah.
And they beat Bama. Bama's pretty daggum good.
They are. They've come out of nowhere this year.
Well, they're 15-5.
I wasn't expecting them to be this good.
No. Georgia beat Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss made Auburn at 10-10 by beating Auburn.
That's surprising.
Auburn has disappointed me.
That's surprising.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, did they lose a lot of players?
They must have lost some of
Injury,
their
maybe too.
Strengths.
Must have.
Big
Must
time,
be a rebuilding
big time.
year for Bruce Pearl.
But I've not
read. Because we know
it.
he's a good coach. We know that.
But I haven't read anything about it.
No.
About rebuilding.
Maybe they're just a young team, or they've had some key injuries.
Also, last Saturday in the Rupp Arena,
yeah, go Big Orange.
Tennessee went up there to play.
They sure did, and they made my day by beating the Wildcats.
The 2 freshmen, Keon Johnson and Jerry Springer, they combined for 50 points.
That's amazing.
50 points between 2 freshmen.
Yeah. They were highly talented freshmen, and it's starting to see it.
They did not perform as freshmen. I'll tell you, these 2 men remind me of the one and dones of Kentucky.
They do. Well, they're very highly sought after.
They're highly sought after.
I'm glad to see them finally performing at that level.
What I didn't understand, we were behind most of the game, and with 12 minutes left to play, we were still 10 points behind.
I know. But
and
then
yet
we just kind of exploded
we turned
from
it
then.
around to beat them 82-76.
Yeah.
And it was in the fourth quarter where they really excelled.
Yeah, well, it was the second half. Yeah, the last 10 minutes of the game especially.
The winning formula for the SEC.
Because the men still do the first, men's college game is still first half and second half,
Yeah. But the winning formula for the SEC is you've got to score 80 plus and keep your opposition below 80.
You do.
You'll win games if you can do that. It's simple. 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
82-76. That'll win the games.
Usually, yes.
But let me tell you, by beating Kentucky, their record fell to 5-12. I made the statements on here that I felt like Kentucky was turning it around,
but they
haven't.
They didn't.
And
it looked like it. It looked like it there for a week or 2, but
there are whisperings going on behind Calipari's back. And even some innuendos in newspapers saying maybe we ought to change coaches.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm not.
After one bad year, come on. Well, I can tell the people saying that's not going to happen.
In my opinion, this year he did not get the plums.
No, but it's his first bad year. Come on.
He got crab apples instead of plums.
Maybe so.
But they may come along.
Yeah, when you can't always rely on the one and done strategy, because sometimes it takes longer to develop freshmen. So you can't always rely on that.
He hasn't had to develop a lot of players.
No, he's not. But they're not all going to be ready. It just don't work that way.
But let me tell you the oddity that I picked up on in the paper. That's in the last 4 times we've played at Rupp, we've won 3.
Yeah, I know. That's That's very impressive.
But
folks.
now listen.
That's hard to do.
From 1980 to 2017.
Mm-hmm.
That's 37 years. We won 2.
See, it's hard. It's a very hard thing to do to win at Rupp Arena.
Calipari has to yield to Barnes. 8-5 is the record between those 2 coaches. 8-5.
If I'm not mistaken, Tennessee, out of all SEC opponents for Kentucky, I believe Tennessee's beat them more than any other team.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Some of it might have been luck.
Could have been, but I really, especially in Knoxville, but they've had success at Rupp Arena too.
Yeah, you don't go to Rupp and beat Kentucky.
That's very impressive that they won 3 in a row up there.
Well, last Sunday we had Super Bowl LV. Super Bowl LV.
It was a dud, though.
It was a dud. 31-9 is not interesting.
It should have been a blockbuster. It should have been a great game.
I would dare say most people hung around for the half to see the ads.
Yeah, and then hoping that the second half will be better.
Boy, let me tell you, that ad, I believe it was Jeep. The little foal of a little colt got out on the road, and the man picked it up and put it over the fence. I loved that. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that was good.
But anyway, Mr. What's his name? That's the quarterback. It's so good. His name's Tom.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Tom. He won again.
That's amazing. Such his seventh Super Bowl ring.
Super Bowl title. He's won the MVP 5 times.
Wow. And to do it with another team in the first year playing with them is
You know what other quarterback has done that, though?
No, who?
Peyton Manning won with 2 different franchises.
Well, he did win with 2 different teams, but I don't know if he done it the first year, though.
No, I'll have to agree with you there.
Yeah, but it's still impressive, yes.
It is impressive. But Brady threw 3 touchdown passes, and very fittingly, he is the GOAT.
I think so now. I mean, I think so.
Nobody else can match him hardware-wise.
No. That was impressive.
And to take a team like the Buccaneers and turn their record around the way that he did in 1 year.
That's what's so impressive about it. It really is.
They only won 7 ball games the year before.
I know. They've struggled since their last championship, which was like in 2003.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Warren Sapp was on that team, I remember. They've not really been good since then.
I remember Warren Sapp.
Yeah, he was on their last championship team. And I've not really noticed them. They've not really done nothing special since then, until now.
Well, Tennessee's new football coach, Mr. Fievel?
Yeah.
I believe that's his name. Josh Heupel. That's it. Josh Heupel.
We still don't know a whole lot about him.
He's added 2 more coaches to those 3 that he brought from Central Florida.
Okay.
Let's see who it is now.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Well, let me see.
He can't read his own writing, folks. That's what's going on right now.
Well, I don't understand it, but This last man came from Southern California.
Okay.
And his name is Trey Johnson.
Okay.
He's been hired as the director of scouting and recruiting strategist.
Okay.
Now, I don't understand why you need that on your payroll.
I don't either. I was about to ask you what in the world does that mean, but okay.
Of the coaches that we have hired, Josh says he will call plays himself.
Okay.
He's going to be the one. He's going to be the one to call the plays.
Really? That's interesting.
Cody Burns is already working. I think he came from. I don't remember. He's going to be receivers coach.
Okay.
So he's still got about 5 more coaches to hire. One man that they interviewed was Washington from Ohio State. He turned them down.
Oh.
Turned them down.
Did he?
You know, you get to thinking about it. The Tennessee mess that we're in would affect players that might come to you.
Affect coaches too. We don't think about that.
But if you are a coach and you've been offered more money than you're making now,
well,
I might be tempted to come because let's say next year the virus is eradicated and you've got 102,000 people in those stands.
Well, and you can turn it around. Or once, powerhouse.
I don't understand why a coach would turn down a promotion.
Unless he was just, unless he just bleeds Buckeyes. Maybe he's just truly loyal to Ohio State. I mean, they did just come off a great season where they made the national championship game. So, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, Wednesday night. The male version of the Tennessee basketball program took on Georgia, sporting a 13-4 record, and they had a number 16 ranking in the standings. And they won the first half 49-28.
Yeah, Tennessee played great most of the game. But they still won, but still. We
lost the second half 53-40.
Yeah, and most of that was in the last 10 minutes of the ball game, Pawpaw.
Last 10 minutes.
We let them back in the ball game.
A composite score gives us the win, 89-81. Again, I say
it should have been a blowout.
If you score in the 80s, you should win.
Yeah, there's your theory.
But they gave up 81 points, and so they barely won.
Yeah, and I got a little aggravated watching that, Pawpaw, because it should have been a blowout.
Pons did not.
But that's a huge factor, by the way, huge. But we come out firing on all cylinders, though.
But another huge factor is Springer got 30.
Yeah.
He was consistent the whole game. That's his high for his career.
Yeah, he's just a freshman.
30 points. Vescovi gave us 19, and Josiah Jordan James gave us 18.
When he plays good,
we've been lacking in his scoring punch.
I've been waiting on him to show the world how good he can be, but it's not happened consistently. But maybe he will turn the corner now. It'd be nice.
Well, those 3 men showed up, but I can't find Fulkerson.
No, he didn't do much in this game. He didn't.
Not in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
He's not even scored 10 points in the last 2 games.
It could be because they're shooting so well from the outside too. The last couple of games.
If he's getting the assist, then that's important.
Right.
That's important.
But
let me tell you,
he's not done as well.
The highlight of the game is when he fed.
Oh yeah, that was a great dunk.
When he fed Johnson.
That was awesome.
That dunk.
That was a highlight reel there.
They said, the announcer said, that was either the number 1 all-time dunk or number 2.
They did say that. They sure did.
Number 1 or number 2. They went back to one by Schofield as being possibly number 1.
Yeah, and I remember that one.
I didn't remember.
But,
they kept on playing it over and over and over
I figured they would.
Now, LSU's coming up tomorrow. Or Sunday.
Is it in Knoxville or Baton Rouge?
I didn't read that.
Well, that's usually plays a big role in it right there.
Now football. Let me touch on football just for a minute. Henry Tutu, or is that how you pronounce his name? T-O.
I don't know.
T-O hyphen O, not hyphen, apostrophe O, and then T-O apostrophe O. That's his name. Henry,
I don't think it's T-O, maybe Toto. I don't know. I don't know.
He was with Tennessee, and he gave up and said he was going to transfer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, his daddy said today in the paper, Alabama wanted him, and we decided to go with Tennessee. Now, every SEC school wants him. We're not going to make the same mistake twice. We're going to Bama.
Oh.
He said, let's don't make that mistake again.
That's some harsh words, isn't it? That was a dig right there.
Then the Lady Vols went to Rupp Arena last night.
You know, I did not get to watch that game, but they didn't win, did they?
No. Let me tell you again, they were ahead as the fourth quarter started.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee was ahead by 1 point. In the last quarter,
is that so? They reverted back to blowing leads again.
Kentucky scored 25 and Tennessee scored 9 points.
Well, that's pathetic right there.
Mr. James T. Warden would say of that showing, that's plumb pathetic.
That is.
I'll take care of less today, Dylan. Oh, no, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Ben Buckner here, General Manager of Victory Pre-Owned of Dunlap. I'm here to let everyone know that Victory offers a full-service garage open to the public. Our mechanics are ASE certified and locally known and have over 20 years of experience. From our $29.95 oil change to complete car care, no job is too big or too small. Come in and check us out, 15480 Rankin Avenue, right in the middle of Dunlap, Tennessee.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show. Folks, before we get to Albertology, I want to thank our sponsors, as always, Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, right here on Spring Street. Go see Frank, Susan, and Sadie. Can't forget about Sadie, can we?
I don't forget Sadie.
And Scotty's, what is it you say, Papa? Home of the Scotty Burger?
Scotty Burger.
Yeah, right here on Main Street. The offices of Emma Boynton, Michael Walker, and Lisa Wheeler. Thank you, guys. Farm Bureau Insurance, Matt Massengale, and his friendly staff. Go see them in South Pikeville, Farm Bureau Insurance, right by Putnam Reed Funeral Home.
That's not too far.
No. Pikeville Family Dentistry, also on Main Street. The Loom, our next door neighbor. Nickel Antiques, and as we keep saying, they'll be back in April. They'll be reopening in April.
Right.
We did an episode there not long ago. The Getting Place, and Gibbs Pools, Morgan Brothers, and The Venue. We also done an episode with them just a couple of weeks ago. And also State Farm Insurance. It's a new one. So
State Farm Insurance.
Yeah, Nick Smith and his friendly staff. So thanks to all of our sponsors. And now it's time for Albertology, the part of the show named after you, Papa.
Well, I'm glad. My greatest claim to fame. No, let me remind you of something. Day after tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Have you received any Valentine?
Actually, yeah.
I got one in the mail.
Ooh.
I got one Valentine in the mail.
Cool. I got a real good piece of candy the other day. It was great. Chocolate. And, it was great.
I'm going to have some candy too.
Yeah.
All right. You remember Denzel Washington? Denzel?
Of course, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
He's still pretty active.
Yeah.
He's 60 now.
Okay.
But here's some odd facts about him that you may not know.
All right.
He joined the Boys and Girls Club of America when he was only 6 years old. Wow. And now he is the national spokesperson for them and has been since '93.
Did not know that.
That's wonderful.
Impressive.
That somebody, people with popularity, people with money, people with power that can use it in a beneficial way.
Yes.
To bless others.
They need to.
It is good.
Yeah.
Number 2, he's the son of a Pentecostal minister.
Didn't know that either.
And he tells this man that conducted this article, I read my Bible every day.
Well, that's good.
He has a son, John David, that has followed in his footsteps in the acting profession.
Okay, didn't know that either.
And he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for his performance.
Denzel, yeah.
Yeah.
What was he nominated for?
Black Klansman.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He overcame his professional fear of heights when he had to jump from the top of from one train to another train in a movie. Unstoppable.
Yeah, you'd have to overcome it real quick like.
He is the most Oscar-nominated black actor. He has 9 nominations. 8 for acting and 1 for producing, and he's won 2.
Okay.
That's good.
That's really... Yeah, he's had a great career. He's got some really good movies, too.
He's a good actor.
Yeah,
he
is.
We have a state senator named John Wendell. He has proposed a bill to have a statue of Dolly Parton erected on the state capitol grounds.
Wow, I like that.
It will be funded by private donations only. There will be no tax money spent on this statue.
I like that too. I like that even better.
This is what Mr. Wendell said.
So they're going to make it look just like her?
I'd like to think.
Even the cleavage part?
They're not going to cut it short, I'm sure. But he said,
interesting to see.
He said, the reason I bring this bill before you, Tennessee loves Dolly.
Absolutely.
She's a great musician. She's caring. She's compassionate.
Yeah.
She's a decent person.
Yeah.
She takes care of her community. She takes care of her state.
Selflessly. She does. That's all true.
Her imagination library sends out millions of books to children every
all over the world, I think.
It's unreal.
It is.
And she sends to college every student in Sevier County.
Wow.
Pays for their college education.
Oh, that's amazing.
Sevier County is a good sized county.
That's amazing right there.
And this year she made a $1 million donation to Vanderbilt University to use for research.
Wow. She's always gave back. She does in a big way.
She has been asked 3 different times to receive the highest civilian award awarded by the President of the United States, the Medal of Honor.
Pat Summitt got that, you know.
She turned it down.
She turned it, wow.
Well, she was busy. She could not.
Oh.
And whether she will receive, that she will accept this last time or not, I don't know. But so far,
it goes to show you, though, you know, that she is a good person and she don't need the recognition.
Don't need it.
You know, that, I like that.
This is the people that give to charity. At dinner, while I went, after I got through with the Sunday school lesson, I went home and I received in the mail today 4 or 5 solicitations for donations to this and donations to that. And I sat down and wrote checks to a couple of places.
Okay.
Listen to these donors. Number 1 donor is Jeff Bezos.
Okay. I mean, am I going to know any of these people?
You don't know. He's Amazon.
Oh, okay.
He donated $10 billion to create Earth Fund.
Okay.
Plus, he's given $100 million to Feeding America.
Well, he should on that.
Number
that's
2
really good.
donor is his ex-wife, Mackenzie. She has given $5.7 billion to 512 different organizations that she sponsors.
Okay.
Number 3 is
good.
Michael Bloomberg.
Mm-hmm.
He ran for president there for a while, didn't he?
And he was. Is he still? No. I know he was the mayor of New York City.
Well, he's not now. No.
Yeah.
He gave $1.6 billion to arts, education, and health.
Okay.
Number 4 is the Nike, Phil, and there's two brothers.
Yeah.
The Knights. They have given $1.4 billion to their foundation. They have their own foundation. And then number 4 is Joe Gobai. I don't know him. He's given $25 million to the homeless.
Well, that's good.
I don't know what organization he's with. Number 14 is Netflix.
Okay.
And they have given $120 million to black colleges.
Okay. That's good too.
The next one is Michael Jordan.
Okay.
He's given $50 million to racial and social groups.
That's good too.
To coordinate the relations between the two groups. And then Twitter's Jack Dorsey has given $1.1 billion to racial justice.
Mm-hmm. He's given to some. I don't know. I'll just say no comment on him.
Number 20. This is way down to number 24. Charles Schwab and his wife gave $65 million to homeless people in San Francisco.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'd like to think that the homeless people get some considerations.
Mm-hmm. They should.
The only drawback to that is that some of the homeless people are homeless by choice.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Never thought
Some
about that.
of them might have money, but choose to be where they are. I don't
know why they would, but okay.
God said it's not, in the book of Genesis, God said it's not good for man to be alone. So he put Adam to sleep and operated on him, performed surgery, and created a woman, Eve. There are 10 reasons why God made Eve.
Oh, all right, let's hear them.
Number 10, God was worried that Adam would frequently become lost in the garden and would not ask for directions.
Okay.
It's a thing with men. They don't.
Right.
They feel like they're a homing pigeon. They can find their way.
Right.
Number 9, God knew that one day Adam would require someone to locate and hand him the remote. Number 8, God knew Adam would never go out and buy himself a new fig leaf when his old one wore out. Therefore, Eve would have to go buy one for him. Number 7, God knew Adam would never be able to make a doctor's, dentist, or haircut appointment by himself. I can remember when I wanted Billy Joe Brown to cut my hair.
Yeah, I remember when Billy Joe cut her.
You had to have an appointment.
Well, yeah. Most places you do.
God knew Adam would never, this is number 6, God knew Adam would never remember which night to put the garbage out on the curb. Let me tell you, I've forgotten a few times.
Surely not.
Number 5, God knew if the world was to be populated, men would never be able to handle the pain and discomfort of childbearing. That is the most important one. Right. Number 4, as keeper of the garden, Adam would never remember where he left his tools. Gotta have Eve. And number 3, apparently, Adam needed someone to blame his troubles on when God caught him hiding in the garden. And so it was Eve. Remember that woman you gave me, God?
It's all her fault.
And as the Bible says, and I quoted this, it's not good for man to be alone. So that's another reason Eve was created.
Okay, yeah.
And finally, the number 1 reason why Eve was created by God. When God finished the creation of Adam, he stepped back, scratched his head, and said, I can do better than that.
No, that is a good one there. that might have been the best one right there, Papa.
I'm going to read a little bit of Reader's Digest, and then I'll do some jokes.
Okay. Now, is this a joke, or is it a...
Well, now listen to this. This is funny.
Okay.
At the outpatient surgery center where I work, the anesthesiologist chats with patients before their operations to help them relax.
Yeah.
So one day he thought he recognized a woman as a co-worker from the VA hospital.
Right.
And so the patient confirmed that his hunch was correct. I remember you.
Mm-hmm.
So the anesthesiologist said, so tell me, back at that VA hospital, is the food there still as bad as it used to be? And she said, well, I suppose I'm still cooking it. That would hurt.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
That would sting a little bit, but it sure is funny, though. Talk about putting your foot in your mouth. Big time. What's this one?
I knew my significant other wasn't the brightest bulb when. Now these are the things that tipped off, hey, my significant other is a little bit short. So when she pointed up at a bluish star and sincerely asked, is that Earth?
Wow.
My significant other, when we went out to dinner, he was reading the menu and asked, what's a green bean? That would be hard to handle.
Yeah. That's pretty dumb right there. Any more?
When my significant other called lingerie linguine. Those would be tips that you need to get a different significant other.
Yeah. Hey, baby, put some of that sexy linguine on for me.
These are some small town slogans that will have you saying, I'm going there.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Cherryfield, Maine, the blueberry capital of the world. Welcome to Weed, California, WEED.
Oh.
We'd like to welcome you.
Oh.
Welcome to San Andreas, California. It's not our fault. Welcome to Gettysburg, South Dakota, where the battle wasn't.
I like that one.
I'll do one more, and then I'll do some more. If smoking is so bad, why does it cure salmon?
I don't know.
Grateful to the visionary who saw beans that had only been fried one time and thought, that isn't enough.
Right.
As desserts go, you can't beat a cobbler. Tastes good and makes shoes.
It makes what?
Cobbler.
Oh, makes shoes.
We used to have a cobbler on Cumberland Avenue. Shoe cobbler.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. That's
We've
right.
had two.
That's right.
We've had in two different locations.
Yeah, we'll have to have you go over the history again one time, like we did on. That's probably our first season when we done an episode
And
on
now
that.
you can't get a heel put on a shoe or a sole put on the shoe.
No.
And well, let me go. You cannot glue a tomato back together with tomato paste. Believe me, I've tried. Bless their heart. Okay. These are some beautiful thoughts that I want to share with you.
No. They're not funny though.
Well, wait a minute now. That's not the right page.
Oh, I just hate that. Tell you, I just hate it.
Here we are.
Well dang.
Said a man who was digging on a government job to the foreman, I dug this hole where I was told to and began to put the dirt back in like I was supposed to, but all the dirt won't go back in, so what'll I do? For a long while the foreman pondered the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, I have it. There's only one thing to do. You'll have to dig the hole deeper.
Yeah.
Bless their heart. Politicians. Harris, and your brother who was trying so hard to get a government job, what is he doing now? Nothing. He got the job.
These are funny then. You tricked me there,
A
Papa.
large Republican meeting was held in a county seat in Ohio, which was attended by a small boy who had 4 young puppy dogs which he offered for sale.
Right.
Finally, one of the crowd approached the boy and he said, are those Republican pups? And the little boy said, yes, sir. Well, then I'll take these too. So about a week later, after the Democrats held a meeting at the same place, and among the crowd was that same boy with the other 2 pups.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried for hours to find somebody to buy those last 2 pups. And finally he was approached by a Democrat, and he said, my little fella, what kind of pups are those? They're Democratic pups, sir.
He's smart, isn't he? He knows what to
The
say.
Republican who had purchased the first 2 overheard the boy,
Uh-oh.
and he walked over and said, see here, young rascal, didn't you tell me that those pups that I bought last week were Republicans? Yes, sir. But these ain't. They've got their eyes open now. That would be hard to handle.
That would be, but he handled it pretty good.
A Kentuckian had 17 children, all boys. When they came of age, they voted uniformly the Democratic ticket, all except one boy. The father was asked to explain this one boy falling from grace. Well, he said, I've always tried to bring them boys up right, in the fear of the Lord, and Democrats to the bone. But John, that ornery cuss, he got to reading.
He got to reading.
About 1 or 2 more.
Sure, yeah.
A lank, disconsolate-looking farmer stood on the steps of the town hall during the progress of a political meeting. Do you know who's talking in there now? Demanded a stranger, briskly, pausing for a moment. Or are you just going in? No, sir, I'm just coming out. Congressman Smiffins is talking in there. What about? Asked the stranger. Well, continued the countryman, passing a knotted hand across his forehead, he didn't say.
Shoot. Well, that one was about stupid.
The chairman of the Central Committee was receiving reports from the county committees.
Okay.
Things never look better for a clean sweep for the Republicans than they do this fall, reported one county Warwick. It's dollars to donuts that we'll even elect the candidate for judge of probate. What makes that so important? The chairman asked.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the Democrats put up a man who had only one arm several years ago. And we've never been able to overcome the appeal of that empty sleeve. But he's our meat this time, boys. We Republicans have nominated a man who's paralyzed from the neck down.
Wow, that's bad.
That's politics. That's
yeah.
politics.
That's pretty good right there.
Let me give you one more.
Okay.
I'll close with this.
Okay.
And what are you two fellows doing? Said the foreman. This is a political job holder. He says, we're carrying these boards over to that lumber pile. But where are the boards? Said the foreman. And the job holder said, well, for gosh sakes, Sam, we forgot the boards. Now that's bad.
That's bad.
But I know a man that worked with the TVA.
Right.
And he told me that he went to work one day and he didn't feel good. And he picked up a plank and carried that plank around on his shoulder all day long. And he would lay the plank down and he would look somewhere and he'd hold that plank up. And he said at the end of the day he went home. And that was it. That was all the work he did. He told me that.
He did.
He told me that. I'm not going to tell you his name.
I knew that was coming, Ethan.
I'm not going to tell you his name.
He always had that.
Well, you would know him, and I'm not going to tell on him.
Well, that ain't no fun.
I'm not going to tell on him.
Well, those were good. And we'll close the show. I want to say that Dr. Bounds passed away a couple of days ago. And former co-owner of this radio station, along with his wife Joyce, who passed away 5 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but yeah. And so just keep that family in your thoughts and prayers. They were an important part of this community. And Dr. Bounds, he had been living in Alabama for the last 5 years. 4.5 to 5 years. So I haven't saw him in at least 2 years. I haven't saw him, but just keep that family in your thoughts and prayers. So you will be missed, Dr. Bounds, and sorry to say that.
As has Joyce.
Oh yeah, she's been missed, terribly missed. So it's just sad to even have to say that, but rest in peace, Dr. Bounds. Now he's with Joyce again. And that is it for Albertology. And that is it for this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. We'll be back next week. And we're going to have some special guests next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be about fishing. Just remember that. Sawyer's going to be back on here. And one of his buddies, Nick Smith's son, is going to be with him. So that'll be an entertaining episode for sure. I can see that. So that'll be next week. So be sure to tune in for that, folks. Have a great week, though, and we'll see you guys next week. So long, folks.
See you later.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.